Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, use the power of word association. Our memory is a wonderful tool. Don't overload it, but use it effectively. Now, even in a very short talk, it can consist of roughly around 200 to 250 words. But if you try to remember it word by word, I'm sure everyone is going to forget it or falter. But the same speech can be consisting of roughly around 5 to 6 ideas. Now that is manageable, isn't it? Yes, it is. All you have to do is cut short your speech into those 5 to 6 ideas or steps or phases. What it will do is, those 5 to 6 keywords or phrases will trigger a lot of information for you to talk about. So what is all this all about? It's called as the memory system. Now, one such memory system that I use is called as pegging. Let me repeat that, pegging, P-E-G-G-I-N-G. Now, how does it work? All you have to do is, let's take an example here. Let's take a shopping list. Now, my wife has this habit of giving me a weekly shopping list, of which 5 of them will be the top priority items, which I need to get it. I can't miss that because I'm going to miss my dinner then. So I have to get it. Now, what would I do? So I generally create a peg. So what is a peg? It's for every number. So each number, you will have a corresponding rhyming word. So let's take an example from 1 to 5. For 1, I will use run. For 2, I will use zoo. For 3, I will use tree. For 4, a score. And 5, hives. So these are not the items here. Let's take the item that I need to bring, that my wife gives us the top priority list, is milk. I will associate milk with the pegging word, which was run. The first item was run. So I will think of creating a visual image where I'm running with a carton of milk. Let's take the second item, which my wife wants to bring. It's the eggs. What was the second peg? Zoo. I will think that in a zoo when I went in, I saw animals throwing egg at each other. And that's how you create this visual image with which you will associate. So it's all about creating those visual images and association. So memory system is all about associations. And if you can create or associate something with which you are really familiar with, you will be able to remember easily. Now, memory system has been there for quite a while, but it has not been used very effectively. I can tell you that there are 2 other very popular systems, something called as link system. Now, how does a link system work? Let's take 3 items. Give me an item, Ernest.
Milk.
Let's take milk. And I consider the second item to be envelope. The third item to be an aeroplane. Now, if I'm supposed to remember the sequence, how would I do that? I will link the items with each other. So in pegging system, what I did was I associated with the pegs. But in this case, I'm going to associate with each other. So I will think milk with an envelope. I'm thinking of pouring a milk in an envelope. What you're doing is you're creating a ridiculous image in front of you which will make you remember that. Let's take an envelope with an aeroplane, which was my third item. What I will think of is, and instead of an aeroplane flying, I'm thinking of an envelope is flying. And that will make you remember it. And the third system which I would want all of you to know about is something called as the Roman room system. Now, if you know about the ancient Greeks and the Romans, they used to remember things in a very interesting way. They used to remember this long speeches in a very effective way. And how they used to do that? They used to call it as the Roman room system or the Lyco system. So what did they do? Every Romans used to remember, so each one of you here know your house very well, right? Yes? You know, once you enter your house, what is the first thing that is there? For example, I have a sofa in my room. So that's your number one item, sofa. So what you will do is you will associate the thought with the sofa. So for example, I want to do an opening of my talk, like I did today. I will associate that with my sofa and create that mental picture. What is the second thing that I would there in our house? Probably a staircase to the next floor. I will associate staircase to that thought. And like that, you're creating a picture and a story around it. And this way, you will remember everything. Always remember, it's said that the funny thing with a trained memory is that you cannot forget something that you did not remember originally. So you cannot forget something that you never remembered originally. So it's all about getting trained memory, and you can have it, and you can train yourself to have it. As said by Plato, that all memory is about remembrance. All knowledge is about remembrance. Thank you.